ain't drunk. I'm just drinking.
But you're so high.
Oh man, you know I ain't high.
But you're so high.
Yeah, well I just take a little sip every now and then.
But you're so high.
Hey kids, welcome back. Happy Friday night. Oh, it's been a short week, but a long week. We had Monday off, but it didn't seem to go that fast for me. I hope it went faster for you. It really didn't for me. Anyway, it's Friday night, and it's just make your roto twisters or your pid twisters or whatever, and kick back with the old lady or whoever, and have a good time. Anyway, just wanted to shoot the shit for a while. Nothing fancy. I power washed Yoda today. Look, he's all clean. Very cool. I'm playing with my new power washer. So, where do I even want to start with this? Let's start with meeting people. Since I've done this, I think, when did I start this channel? A year ago, I think. And I think I've got like 2,100 people maybe here or there, whatever, which really equates to 300 or 400. It really does. I think these guys are like, oh, I got 70,000 subs. I don't know. I mean, when you look at the views on things of anybody's, whether it's Bardwell's or UAV Futures or whoever it is, or mine's much, much smaller, obviously. You see, okay, you might have 60,000 subs, but you've got 1,000 views per video, and mine's no different. Mine's, I think, like I said, 2,100 subscribers, and you look at most of my videos, like 3 or 4 or 5, from 3 to 700 views, so that's really what you got. But the people you meet, and I said this in my rant last week, I think, I said something to the nature of, you meet some really awesome people, and you meet some real fucking pricks, too. But 95%, with YouTube, you put yourself out there. I mean, most people do. I don't, because I don't care. But you put yourself out there. Somebody's always going to criticize you. Like me in Bardwell. I criticize Bardwell all the time. But Bardwell has his good points, too, just like everybody else does. And like I said, most of my stuff with him is just teasing. No, that's not true. But anyway, but most of the people you meet, 95% of them in this hobby anyway, are just cool as shit. And what's really interesting is I've met some of my best friends that are on the computer through disagreements or fights. It's really kind of funny. The first time I ever met my friend Shiloh, who is a very, very dear friend of mine. He's out in New York. He's a Puerto Rican cat. Love him to death. And I did a review on a build, not a review, an overview on a build I did with the Cerebus. And I said something like, this thing is so fucking cool, it's sexier than your old lady. You know me, I just made some crack. And he'd never watched my stuff, I don't think, and he made a reply, it's like, oh, it's a cool bird, dude, but I don't think I'd change my old lady for it, People take shit too serious. But anyway, that dude and I are like this now. My brother Todd over in Indianapolis, he and I are very, very close. Love him to death. We're going to hook up either this weekend or next week. And how we met was, he said, oh, I like your content. I like some of the stuff you do, but, you don't have to be such a prick to Bardwell or something of that nature. And now we're like this. And then there's this other guy the other day, and his name's Matt. And he hopped on, and he left me a message zinging the shit out of me. I mean, he called me some names, and, you're a fucking this, you're a fucking that, whatever. And he might not have cursed, but either way, he zinged me pretty good, which because he watched one of my Bardwell videos, some video where I bashed Bardwell. It was really funny. So he and I shared some shots back and forth, right? And I value his opinion. I really do, because here I am shooting my opinion off about Bardwell or whoever. He's more than welcome to shoot it back. I'm not that sensitive. It's fine. It's all well and good. But at the end of the day, I think we said some relatively harsh things to each other. And then I said, hey, brother, carry on, or something, whatever it was. I don't remember exactly what it was. And then he sent me a message today on one of my other videos saying something like, I did something like shit. I can't remember what it was. And but I ordered that frame. Great video. He said something cool about it. And I'm going to continue teasing him and calling him a dick, but in fun. It's like, yeah, good. I hope that fucking bird you're building hits you in the head, you dildo, but love you. Let me know how it goes. That's how it should be. And I hope he and I keep talking, because I think that's what makes it fun. he's kind of proving my point. Just the mere fact that he came back after the words that we had said. I've said this many times. What's wrong with our country and what's wrong with the world in a lot of cases is people just can't take a fucking punch. I ripped on this dude. He ripped on me. And at the end of it, we're just like, hey, cool, rock on, bro. You know, and then he messages me back today, and he said something shitty to me, but I could tell it wasn't fun. And maybe he was serious, but he ended it in fun. So rock and roll, you know? When I was in Finland, I've been to Finland twice. He's got the same haircut as all the Finland guys, the Finnish guys have, a pointy-ass wannabe mohawk. So I'm going to start a GoFundMe to raise money for a haircut for you, Matt. Just kidding. But anyway, he's proving my point in a good way. It's like, you know what? People can have their fucking opinions and get over it. It's like, I think Bardwell's a douche. Fine. Who cares? This guy thinks I'm a douche at certain things or all things. Who cares? That's what makes us people. We have differences of opinions. And I hope he and I bash on each other forever and still talk. I do that with my buddy Graham in the UK. He and I talk horrifically to each other every other day. Actually, every day, I think. But at the end of it, it's like, love you, bro, night, you know, and that's what makes it fun. It really does. So, Matt, that's out to you and that bad fucking haircut of yours. But anyway, but getting back to the people that you meet, I'm going to get on some things. I've kind of let the Patriot Blades website lag a little bit because one of the things that I've done, I've kind of taken a break from building just because I'm burnt out. You know, when you build 2 or 3, 4 high-end birds a week, plus you have a job, plus you have a family, you know, and all, it gets old, you know, it's just, So I took a break from the Patriot Blades webpage with the auctions and things like that, but it is starting back up. But part of my plan has worked out pretty well because I have friends that are building birds for that. And this is all that whole people you meet thing. That's what this whole thing's about. Excuse me. So one of my brothers, who's a very, very dear friend of mine, Ted Brock, who, if you guys are longtime subscribers, he's in the Patriot Blades Club, but he is a very dear friend of mine. Great, great guy. And he's donated stuff to the club, and I help him, and he helps me, and he's just a great guy. He built a bird. Hang on, let me grab it. That is America frame, okay? He did this build. This guy builds absolutely stellar. I mean, Ted is one of the cleanest builders there is. I mean, this is a gorgeous bird. Catalyst Machine Works, 2205, 2600 motors, so great even-keeled motors. Trying to remember what he even put in this. Seal Racing F4? I don't know. I'd have to pop it apart. Just an all-in-one 4-in-1 ESC. Beautiful build. And he's running a, thank you, brother, Foxier Micro in there. Great, great bird. I'm going to take it apart and just, you know, make a list of everything that's in it. And this is going up for auction on the Patriot Blade site. And it's not even an auction. It's going up for a fixed price. And whatever that amount is goes to the charity, period. I'm not doing the eBay bullshit anymore. It's just, it's too much maintenance. I do enough other crap. Hang on. It's just too much work. Absolutely gorgeous bird, though. But I'll put the specs on the webpage. The link to Patriot Blades is down at the bottom of in the description here. Gorgeous bird. I have not flown it yet, but he builds impeccably. The guy is just clean, clean, clean. And the only bird that I've ever bought off of a person is from my friend Ted. I bought a bird. I actually ended up gutting it and putting it into using the guts for a Mocha JJ, but it was such a nice bird that I bought it myself. I'm like, what do you want for it? And he's like, you're seriously gonna buy one of my birds? I'm like, fuck yeah, it's awesome, you know. And it was a 3-inch, but I loved it, so I bought it. So this one is going up. So if you guys want a kick-ass America bird, and I'm gonna tune it up, and because tuning's not his specialty, I will set it up with Butterflight. I'll give it a test flight, and I'll go through all the specs. I will put this on the webpage. Gorgeous, gorgeous build. He actually built this thing, too, and sent it to me. And I am setting it up for him. It actually flies really, really nice already. Changed a couple of little things, but I need to spend some more time with it. This is the Tama Quad whatever. I can never remember the name of this frame. Kind of an interesting thing. And it actually does fly good. It's got really good pitch and roll authority. It's just the mixed authority lacks a little bit, but it flies awesome. I'm going to do a video on this when I get it done. When I get done setting it up. But anyway, Ted built this, and it's absolutely freaking perfect. Look at that. Thing's perfect. The guy is a stellar builder. Not sure. He might want to sell that one too. I'm not sure if he does or not. But if anybody's interested, let me know. I'll talk to him. Another very good friend of mine, and he goes by Arby. Well, that's his name. His name is Arby, but his channel is Mr. Arby. And I'm going to put a link in the description to his channel as well. He is an older gent down south, and I love him to death. And he's another one that I met through the channel where he kind of criticized the fact that I wasn't using a anti-static bracelet when I was handling electronic boards. Long story. But anyway, now we're thick as thieves, and I have not been able to talk to him the last couple weeks as much as I normally do. We talk on text quite a bit, but he's a great guy. Kind of crazy, which is why I like him. And he's in Oklahoma, if I remember right. He's starting up his channel, so, you know, shoot him a sub or just say, hey, brother, what's up? He built a bird, too, that we're going to auction off or sell. And this one is a very cool bird. He actually did a custom paint job on this. It's a rooster-style frame. I'm not honestly sure what the make is. I got to figure that out. Can't remember. The guts are gorgeous. It's running that Dow ESC that looks like a Corvette engine. I think he's got the Dow FC in here as well. Thing's immaculate. He's a very, very good builder too. He didn't even pull out all these little thingies that you need to pull out of this rubber doohickey. So, absolutely gorgeous bird. He's running a Foxier Micro Predator in here. What are these? Emax RS2205 red bottoms? Yeah, I think. Beautiful build. Absolutely gorgeous. 100% of this one is going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which is like absolutely huge. Because usually what I do with these charity birds is I will say, okay, how much did it cost you to build this? You'll say 300 bucks. I will say, all right, send me the bird. We'll sell it for 350. 50 bucks goes to charity, and the builder gets the other 300 back. That's usually how we do this. But in this case with Arby, he's like, nope, that's my donation. Sell it for what you can, and 100% of it goes to St. Jude's. And I think for Wounded Warriors we've done, and Semper Fi Fund, which is the Marines, and then St. Jude's. I know St. Jude's we've donated probably close to $1,000, so it's like $780 or $1,000, and the Warrior stuff we've done probably $500. So that's cool, but it's always been me doing the builds and selling them. So anybody that wants to help, there's really no risk or loss. You know, if it costs you 250 bucks to build a bird, you build the bird, we sell it, you get 250 bucks back, and the charity gets, even if it's 20 bucks, shit, it's still 20 bucks, you know, that the charity gets. So, and the people get to build and have fun and feel like they did something worthwhile. Charity gets a couple of bucks. Every little bit helps, especially for the kids and our vets. And you get to get new gear across your bench, and everybody's happy. So very, very cool, the people you meet. Ted and I have been great friends since pretty much the beginning of Patriot Blades. Arby and I have known each other maybe a month or two, and the guy sends me this beautiful bird, and it's just, it's immaculate. It's a great build. So we're going to be putting both of these up on the web page to sell. So that's very exciting. Very, very cool. Another friend of mine, and this is cool, this guy reached out to me on the channel, and he's like, hey, JJ, you know, what's your email address? And that's kind of how it started. And we just got talking. He goes, I want to make you something and send it to you. And I'm like, okay, is it a bomb? Is it anthrax? You know, what is it? And so he's like, oh, no, it's cool. You'll dig it. Send me something that you like from a picture standpoint, and I'm going to turn into something cool and mail to you. And he did. Like in 3 days from Louisiana to here in Ohio, he got it here in like 3 days. It is the coolest fucking thing in the world. Hang on. Let me turn off the light. Hang on. I never turn this off. It stays on all day. Okay, there. Little dark, right? Check this shit out. Is that not the coolest thing in the world? Look at this. And I'm going to turn the light back on so you can see it. Those are LEDs, as you can tell. I love this thing. This is so cool. And it's basically, this is just a little USB like Kindle power plug thing. And it's a coaster for my drink. That's the coolest thing. It's laser engraved, and this is my buddy Zach down in Louisiana, who also goes by Captain Kirk, and it's spelled all funky, but you'll see him on my in the guys that leave comments and whatnot, and his wife and him, or fiance, I can't remember, they make these things just for fun, I guess. And it's got a wood base, and he conformal coated it, so it's JJ ROTOtwister proof. Check that shit out. Is that not the coolest fucking thing? And it makes your drink glow. Oh shit, we gotta see this. See, it's the little things that make me happy. Look at that. Is that cool? I'm sorry, he should sell that shit if he's not already. I don't know, but he whipped that thing out. My brother Quadfather in the club is the one who originally airbrushed this flag for us, and I have the original framed above my workbench, and always will. But look at that. So this is forever going to be on Yoda. It's just the fucking coolest thing ever. It's just, this guy just, I gotta make you this. And my brother Nave, you know, made me the awesome intro that you see. He made me the long intro, the short intro, the warning intro, and the outro with the dancing robot. I did not do that. He just reached out to me one day, didn't know the fucking guy from Adam, and he's like, dude, I'm gonna make you a new intro because your little cartoon robot bugs the shit out of me. and now we're great friends. We talk. I'm actually gonna send him a Mocha JJ to fly for a few weeks. And he made me this unbelievably cool graphic that's just, everybody, I get compliments on it all the time. It's awesome. My brother Mike out in California, he sends me all sorts of weird shit too. He sends me shotgun shell shot glasses with strippers on them. And my brother Patrick, this is good. Hang on a minute. Look at this. He sends me this stuff today that we're going to get to in a minute. We're going to get into quads here in a second. But look at all this rock star shit. He's like, I don't know if you're a rock star drinker or not, which I'm not. But I've had them. They're fine. But I drink pretty much water and alcohol. But he's like, you are now, dude. Look at these things. And then he gave me this big rock star tarp. And he gave me a Team Black Sheep tarp that's like huge. It's like 6 feet. It's ginormous. Very cool. The people you meet are just cool, and I try to send them stuff back, but some really creative stuff out there, and it's just, I can't thank you guys enough. And there's tons and tons of stuff I'm missing, and I know I haven't gone over everything, but from the guys that you meet that are the dickheads, right? Like a lot of people consider me one. Fair enough. You know, the Matt dude I was talking about, or the, you know, never disqualify people, even if you don't get along. Some of my best friends in my life, my real, you know, real life friends in, you know, 3D world, I met through fighting or not getting along, and then we were just like thick as fucking thieves. And never discount that. It's, you might have these, you know, yeah, you might have a couple things you don't agree on, but bam, all of a sudden it's like you love quads, you love, like Matt, the guy that I was talking about earlier. He's a father. He's got a, you know, he has a business. He does these things, and we probably have a lot in common, actually. And our sense of humor might even be the biggest one. Who knows, you know? So never discount that. Give everybody benefit of the doubt. So what's coming up? Like I said, I gave quads a break and I still am for a while. I'm going to build a couple special birds. One for my brother Patrick. I'm fixing a lot of birds for a few of my friends. You know, people send me boxes of fucking birds. I've got 5 or 6 quads here that I need to fix that aren't even mine. That's great. But we've got some cool stuff coming up on the channel that's a little bit different. I'm not abandoning quads or anything like that, but you just sometimes need a break. When you build, you know, 200 or 300 birds in a winter, you need a break, you know. So a really good friend of mine is sending me, we worked out kind of a deal. My brother Motor Mike, who's in the club in California, he's sending me a nitro boat, which is something that I used to build as a kid. I used to race gas-powered radio control hydroplanes because I was raised on a lake, and that's where I started in the hobby when I was a kid. And he and I got talking one night, and he's like, hey, build me a bird, and I want to send you this boat. And it's like, well, I'm not going to take that boat for free. You know, let's work something out. And I still pretty much did take it for free, in my opinion. But he's sending me that. I'm very pumped about that. I'm going to make it FPV. You know, I'm going to put a camera on that bitch, waterproof it, boom, and we're going to, you know, I don't know if I'm going to do the boat on the channel. If you guys want me to, I will. But my channel's about flying. But, you know, whatever. So, we got a boat coming. Another brother of mine, his father passed away. This is a good friend. This guy reached out to me and he says, my dad died this year and he had a barn full of radio control airplanes. Real airplanes, you know, the stick-built balsa plywood with skins and dope gloss and, you know, the whole nine, nitro planes. And he goes, and I want you to have one, and I want you to do something with it because you're passionate about flying and, you know, all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, I would be, and he's up in, just up north of me by about 2 hours. And I said, I would be honored. And what I want to do is I want to rebuild this airplane, rebuild the engine, and it's a nitro. I don't think I'm going to fly it just because I know me, and I'm not a great fixed wing guy. And I don't want to take this hand-built plane from this guy who died and destroy it. So what I want to do, though, I want to bring it back to full functional life. Servos, radio, get the engine running, fired up, whole 9 yards, and hang it from the ceiling here in the Roto shop. And I cannot wait. I'm going to do a few videos probably on that. I will not fly it. I'm going to tell you that right now. There will be no maiden. I might fire it up and drive it around the road a little bit, but I am not going to destroy that bird. The other thing that is very, very cool that we're going to be doing very soon is my brother Patrick down in Kentucky. He sent me, we're going to build 2 birds. Well, I think I've already got mine built, but I'm going to build him one. And we're going to be using ProSight. You guys know what this is? Connex ProSight? This is a very not cheap radio system. I did not buy this. This was a gift from my brother down south. High definition transmission. Look at the size of that sucker. Bam! I cannot wait to do this. He sends me this. He's like, yeah, this is a great idea. We're going to do this, that, and whatever. Which is great, but I'm not going to put this, I don't even know how it works. I got to look it up. I'm not going to put this on a quad. I think for what I do, look at that antenna. How cool is that? For what I do and how I fly, which is not great, I just think this is better justified putting on a drone. My folding drone's in the house, or else I'd show you. But you guys that saw me build the GPS drone that folds with the Mocha Deluxe frame, that is what this is going to go in, because I hate the VTX I put in it. I put in that AKK 800, and I think it's a piece of crap. I've got those cheap-ass little Eachine 600s, you know, that you get off Amazon. You can see up Spock's fucking skirt with those things, and they're 20 bucks, and it blows that AKK away. So I'm taking the fucker out. And we're going to put in this thing. This is going to be fun. Plus, there's a lot of room in there that we can make all this work. So, Connex ProSight, as soon as I study up on it, we're going to do a series on that. What else do we have coming? A wing. I was kind of having a moment the other day. And yes, I know. I've got, hang on, watch this. Woohoo! There's that wing right there. That is my drone wing that is completely done. All we have to do is do a maiden on it, and I am going to do that on the channel. And then we've got my, hang on, the big old fixed wing bird there that you saw me crash. We're going to do that too. But here's the story with me and fixed wings. I got an AXN Cloudfly, which is a great powered glider. Calling it a glider is stupid because it's actually a very fast bird. But it's a big foam plane, you know, that I got off Hobby King 2 years ago. And never flew a plane in my life. And I learned on that AXN, and I actually got pretty decent. I wasn't no ace, but I got pretty good. And I destroyed that fucking bird. I crashed that thing 8,000 times. By the time it was done, that bitch was more hot glue than it was styrofoam. I'm telling you right now, the thing was just, forget about it. And then I got all back involved, you know, kept doing my quads and all that stuff. And then I got this great fucking idea. It's like, okay, last October, I'm going to buy a C1 Chaser, make a drone wing. And I did, and it's 100% done. It's got iNav, it's set up, everything works. All I got to do is throw the fucking thing in the air. I have not had time. But then I had an even dumber idea, and I go out and buy one of the fastest pre-built planes you can buy, which is that one I just showed you. The thing does like 125 miles an hour out of the box or some shit. And Blackhawk and I took it out, and I totally crashed, like within the first 3 seconds. So I realized at that moment, whatever few skills that I had for fixed wing are gone, okay? So what we're gonna do, the drone wing, I'm going to actually try to maiden that this weekend. I am going to try. I don't know if I can get out of it, but I am going to try to do that. And, but I was talking with the guys in the club the other day, and I said, I'm fucking bored. I've built every, not every, I mean, take this with a grain of salt, but I've built every cool frame that I like. I've used every cool motor that I like. And I sell most of my birds. You know, I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out here in the garage, I don't know, 10 or 12 that are mine, okay? And I said, I'm bored. I've built everything. I've used almost every FC, almost every ESC, one way or another, and it's just like, I need a break, guys. And I said, let's build a fucking wing. And my buddy Space in the club, which is Pete, and my buddy Maui, Ron in Hawaii, we're like, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I think it was Pete picked out a new wing, and I'll do a review of it on the channel and everything else. And we're just gonna make some. The reason we like it is, 1, it's cheap. 2, it's a nice bird. It's really well made. And 3, it takes quad parts. It takes a quad size motor. So we all have tons of those, right? So that's gonna be pretty cool. So that's gonna come up. I don't know if I'll do the build on it. If you guys want to see a wing build, I will do it. If you don't give a shit, I won't. But we will definitely have the maiden and maybe the setup on the channel, which is really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be really, really stellar. EWAD this week got an upgrade. My extreme weather aerial drone. I don't have my antennas run through yet. But we did give him an upgrade. I did a quickie dip on the dome. What else did I do with this guy? I upgraded his camera to a Foxeer Micro because he used to have a real nasty piece of shit up there. I did something else under the hood. Oh, all new firmware, all new settings. So EWAD, this is the bird that I've brought up way higher than I should have. He's completely waterproof. He's the R2D2 of the channel, so he got an upgrade this week too. And if you guys remember, or if you've been watching long enough, I used to be a big Radio Link user. I used to use AT9 Radio Link transmitter. And I put a booster mod in that thing. And I could literally go out 1.5 miles, 2 miles with that thing easily, right? So I decided to gut it because I'm too lazy to order another one. And I put it in my Tyrannus QX7. If you want to just follow the build or the mod video that I did for the booster, the radio booster on the Radio Link, it's pretty much the same principle for this. Basically, I took out the stock antenna. I put on one of these good old-fashioned, looks like something you use on your network. And then in the cavity, there's the actual booster. And there's the 5-volt back that runs it, and I put a switch on it too, because it does suck some juice. So you can turn this on, the radio on, without the booster being on. So if you're just pissing around or setting up a bird or doing whatever, and then when you're ready to fly, click your booster on, boom, and she takes off. So we did that this week too. I did not do that on the channel, so if you have any questions on that, it's very simple to do. Check out the video I did on it. Just scroll through and you'll see booster mod videos or whatever the hell it is. So anyway, that's about it. It's not really a rant, just kind of shit that's coming up. We got wings coming up. We got drones. We've got ProSite Connex coming up. Probably not a whole lot of builds. Not a whole lot of high-end crazy builds. I took the monster build that you guys saw Blackhawk and I fly, and I did the build video on it. It was the contest between me and Twitch, which is Joe over in Jersey. I sent that to him, and he's sending me his, so we get to fly each other's birds, and I'll do a video on that, and I'll do an overview on his as well. So that's coming up. So, bam, that's really about it. Not really much of a rant, just a, hey, how are ya? Bada bang. So, have a great weekend. I'll probably be doing a couple videos tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then. Take care, guys. Keep shining side up. Bye.
Bam, JJ! Hope you like fishing. Bam, JJ! Hey, JJ! Hope you like fishing.